Welcome back to another 90-day recap, Hunt for Love, Season 1, Episode 2. There's so much to cover, so let's just get right into it. So remember in the last episode how they started the hot tub speed dating exercise? In this episode, they start the Flirting 101 class. The dating coach is going to choose 2 random people at a time to approach the table and act like they're on a date. They're supposed to flirt with each other, and then she's going to give them pointers and kind of grade them and tell them what they did well and what they could improve on. So for the first couple, she chooses Usman and Cassidy. And oh my God, it was so damn cringy. It was so damn cringy. Usman thinks he's smooth because he's a superstar Soulja Boy. So Cassidy's like, hey, what's your name? And he's like,
I'm Soulja Boy, but not the American one, the Nigerian superstar Soulja Boy.
And she's like,
oh, okay. So what do you do?
and he's like,
I sing.
and she's like,
Well, can you sing something for me? Like, sing something about me. Sing me a song about me.
and he's like,
Oh, okay.
he gets a little shy.
I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, my baby Cassidy.
Ew, what the fork was that? Everybody was like, oh my God, make it stop. And even Cassidy was like, you love me? What the fuck are these lyrics? I love you, Cassidy. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, my baby Cassidy. Bro, he could barely hold a note.
I love you, I love you.
You love me?
I love you, my baby Cassidy.
Holy shit, my entire body shivered with cringe. It was so bad. Courtney kind of looked a little jealous. She was like, Usman doesn't even know her and he's already telling her that he loves her. Like, what the heck? Well, time's up and the dating coach tells Usman that he didn't really ask her any questions about herself and he only talked about himself. I feel like that tracks. Now we're going to go back to the hot tub speed dating. Chantel's in a hot tub with a normie named Joe, and she's talking about how she loves what she does for her career. She's an injectable nurse. She does aesthetics and fillers and Botox, and that's just her passion. She loves anything that has to do with beauty. And Joe's like, oh, well, I don't really know anything about that. And she goes, you know what? Frown for me. And he's like, okay. And she's like, oh, okay, you have many wrinkles all over the place. Why don't you smile? Oh, okay. You have even more wrinkles when you smile. Yeah, you could definitely use some Botox here, a little Botox there, and a little filler there. Oh my God.
Okay, so you could use...
And then after she was done assessing him, she was like, but it's ultimately up to you. Oh my God, I would absolutely die if my date did that to me. Imagine dating like a plastic surgeon or something, and he's like, hey, come over here. Let me see your face. I would be
mortified.
Now back to the Flirting 101 exercise. So the next to approach the table are Courtney and Chad. Notice how Colty cheered her on, by the way. He was like, you got this, Courtney. And I'm like, oh, okay.
You got this, Courtney.
Courtney's about to shit her pants because she never approaches guys. She doesn't flirt. It's so awkward. And honestly, I am her. I would giggle. I would laugh. I'd be so awkward. I literally felt her nervousness through the TV screen. And I was like, oh my God, I feel for her because she is acting exactly like me. So they sit down and the conversation is dead. They talk at the same time multiple times. Don't you hate when that happens, by the way, when it's silent and then you start to say something and the other person starts to say something and you're just like, okay, you go first. And then you're like, okay, and then you start and then and then you both start at the same time again. It's so damn awkward. Anyway, this is why I hate going on dates, to avoid this interaction right here. Courtney's like, hi, where are you from? Oh, yeah, okay. I'm from Orlando. Crickets. Oh, what are you drinking? Oh, nice. Crickets.
Strawberry margarita.
Yep.
Oh my God, it was so bad. One person would ask a question and then the other person would give a one-word answer and then it would be silent. Ding, time's up. The dating coach says it pretty much felt like an interview. There was no romance, no laughs, no fun. Now back to the hot tubs. Tim hates this hot tub speed dating exercise because he doesn't even want to be half naked in his swimsuit sitting in a small tub with a stranger.
It's super awkward, really.
Now in another tub, Jennifer is in with Joe and she asks him, so what are you looking for? And he says,
I'm looking for whoever's looking for me.
what kind of dumbass answer is that? Ding, it's time to switch hot tubs and Tim ends up in Jennifer's hot tub. Dun dun dun, they're both dreading it. Well, here I go, about to face the wicked witch. And he goes in her hot tub, and as he's trying to go in, he slips and he falls. I was like, oh my God, of course he slips and falls. When he slips, he splashes water on her by accident. And she's like, oh my God, can you go like sit over there or something? Why are you in my tub? We don't have to do this exercise together. Well, they sit in silence. He awkwardly looks at her once in a while to see if she wants to talk, but she doesn't even look in his direction. He breaks the ice. Listen, Jennifer, I'm trying to be nice. I don't have any ill will towards you. What about the crap you talked about me, Tim? Well, it's not like you were an angel to me either. Stop. Just stop.
It's not like you were an angel to me. Like, we both say some bad things. Stop.
Well, she cuts the convo short because she cannot stand to be next to him, so she gets up and leaves the hot tub. Now back to Flirting 101. Colt and Lexi are at the flirting table now, and oh my God, what a disaster. He thinks he has game. Newsflash, ya don't. So Lexi sits at the table first, then Colt comes and approaches her, and he just stands there next to the table. He looks at her. He has his hands behind his back like an old man, okay? And he says,
Wow, your piercings are very interesting.
Oh, yeah, very interesting piercings and all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
whenever a guy says, wow, very interesting, they're not interested. She's like, oh, really? What's so interesting about them? And he's like, still standing, by the way. He goes,
Oh, well, I just don't have any piercings myself.
and he keeps talking to her. He's continuing the conversation while he's still standing. She's like, do you want to come sit here so that we can continue this conversation? And he's like, oh yeah, I'd love to. So he finally sits down and he's like, so you must be into that type of stuff. I see some tattoos. And she's like, what do you mean that type of stuff? Well, you have piercings here and there. I mean, you have some on your nose. What about your nipples? How did it go from nose to nipple? Like, how did he get there? She's like, no, we're not going to talk about my body like that. She shuts that down. Oh my God, that was so effing awkward.
Don't ever say that to nobody.
Okay.
Don't talk about my body. That's a lot.
It was so awkward, but he took the criticism very well. So they start all over, they start talking again, and he's so much better the second time around. He's like, yeah, I love to travel. And she's like, really? And then that second time went a lot better. But I can't blame him, because if I had to do this, as in try to flirt with a stranger in front of a group of people who are watching, I would die. I would fumble. I just wouldn't know what to do. I would freeze. I would make an ass out of myself. So a producer asks Colt who he's interested in, and he says Courtney. He thinks she's so sweet and interesting, and he definitely wants to flirt with her.
She's very sweet. She's actually a pretty interesting woman. I was kind of hoping I'd get to flirt with her a little bit.
Ooh. Next to approach the flirting table are Carlo and Tiffany. She approaches him so naturally.
You have beautiful eyes.
Thank you. You have pretty eyes too.
She is so good. She came off confident. She was smiling. She made great eye contact. Conversation was flowing. They actually had very good banter back and forth. They were bouncing off of each other really well. There was definitely chemistry. And by the end of the conversation, Carlo asked her out on a date.
I mean, I would definitely take you out on a date if you're up for it, Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm down.
Ding! Flirting 101 is over, and I noticed there were a bunch of normies that we didn't even get to see. So I'm wondering if they did get to participate in the exercise. I mean, that would be crazy if they just didn't They completely just axed them from the exercise. I'm assuming that they did participate, but the editors just didn't include any of their clips because, once again, they're background characters, they're side characters. The show doesn't give a shit about them, which, again, sucks for them. Now the scene goes back to the hot tubs, and did anybody notice that it was completely dark? It was nighttime. How long have these people been soaking in these tubs for? They're probably pruny below their shoulders. I felt bad for them. Like, I don't want to be in a hot tub for that long. But everyone seems to be doing great. They're laughing, they're connecting. Then there's Tim and Jennifer. He's sitting in the hot tub alone. Jennifer's on the other side. She doesn't want to look at him. She doesn't want to see him. And they're just waiting for the 2 minutes to be over. I don't understand what Jennifer's deal is. I actually feel bad for Tim. Actually, no, I take that back. He said some nasty things about her. Like, in the last episode, he was talking about how she sucks at giving BJs. And I'm just like, why'd you have to say that? So they both suck, let's be clear. But I do find Tim funny. He makes me laugh. And I do find him way more likable than Jennifer. Anyway, Tim is miserable. He probably thought he was going to have a great vacation at this love retreat, but instead he has to deal with this monster of an ex. And honestly, I thought he was going to go home. I thought he was going to tell the producers, I want to go home. I don't like this right now. I'd rather be at home with Veronica. Like, I thought he was going to just do something like that and leave, but he walks over to Chantel, his new bestie, and he confides in her and he's like, well, this sucks. I'm not having a great time. And Chantel's like, you know what, Tim? No, that's too enthusiastic. She's like, you know what, Tim? I have your back. Don't worry. No one's gonna mess with my Tim.
I'm like super protective of my friends. And if you cross them, watch your back.
Okay, so we're back at the hot tubs, okay? We see Elise. She's humping herself in the water and waiting for Rob to come in, okay? By the way, somebody said in my last video in the comment section that she looks like Heather McDonald. If you know, you know. Oh my God. Yes, she does. Yep, I definitely see it. So every time I see Elise now, I just see Heather McDonald. So Elise is all over Rob. You can tell that he's already got the ick, probably because he found out that she had a Nal with another guy a year ago. By the way, somebody else asked me, what is anal? It means anal. I was just trying to pronounce it in a different way so that the video doesn't get striked or dinged. But yeah, the anal canal. So she announced to everybody that she went down the anal canal last year with, I don't know if it was her, probably just a random hookup, and that turned him off. So he's trying to keep her at a distance, but Elise is just trying to get some dick. She tells him that there's no one else that she's connecting with, and she's pretty much focused on Rob because she's usually 0 or 100 with men, and there's really no in between. And Rob is like, whoa, I just met you yesterday, okay? You should probably explore some other connections. And she's like, no, it's you or nobody else.
This is bad.
Tiffany goes on her date with Carlo. They're sipping on some margaritas. I was going to go into story time, but never mind. So then they exchange worst date stories, and he said that one of his worst dates ever was he went on a date with a girl from New Jersey, and then she was so hot, but then she spoke like Jennifer Coolidge, and then that turned him off. I feel like that's a red flag. Like, you didn't even get to know the girl and you were just turned off because of her voice. Oh, I think I've done that once. Never mind.
Actress from White Lotus.
Wait,
It's
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge's voice.
I literally had a crush on this guy. I thought he was so attractive. I've seen his pictures and we were talking through text and everything was great. And then he called me one night and he was like, hey, Poe. And I was like, oh, hell no. So I don't know. I don't think Jennifer Coolidge's voice is that bad though. I'm taking the dog, dumbass. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad compared to,
Hi, Poe, what's up?
now that I think about it, he kind of sounded like Gino. So she's like, what's your type? What do you usually go for? And he says, exotic girls. So Tiffany's perfect because she's a combination of Cuban and Colombian. Wink, wink. Ugh, I'm sorry, but like, don't call women exotic, especially POC or non-white women. No. And then he starts spitting out some Spanish and she's super impressed. I mean, he's not normally her type because he's kind of dorky looking according to Tiffany, but she actually likes him a lot so far.
He starts speaking Spanish. Oh, that's sexy. This guy's smart.
Okay, now back to the hot tub. Rob gets in Jen's hot tub and he's super excited. He's very attracted to her and he hasn't stopped thinking about her since they spoke at breakfast. And they're definitely vibing. They're definitely flirting. They're definitely giving each other intense eye contact. She's like, yes, Rob. And Rob is like, yeah, they're definitely eye fucking each other. I don't think he's going to be able to handle Jennifer. Are you kidding? She's going to eat him up alive. So he's kind of stumbling on his words. He's just infatuated. He doesn't want to leave the hot tub. He's loving talking to her. Now from the other side of the room, Elise is looking at him, wondering why they're smiling so much. She's thinking Jen better lay her hands off my man or my big fat white juicy booty is gonna come for her. Ding, the 2 minutes is up. Jen leans in and gives Rob a kiss on the cheek. Not like an actual kiss on the cheek, but you know, the greeting kiss, like the mwah, mwah. I feel like when she leaned in to do that, his heart skipped a beat. I don't know if he thought she was gonna like go in for the kiss, but I think he got excited. The hot tub speed dating is finally over, and now the singles are gonna partay. We see Usman at the bar having a tequila shot for the very first time. Oh my God. By the way, that guy Joe with the light eyes, the one that Chantel was really attracted to, oh my God, in this scene. I don't know how, but it just like clicked in me that he reminds me so much of... Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Remember, he kind of had like the wonky eye, but Joe's like the better looking brother of Muhammad. I don't know. Is it just me? Okay, so the dating coach that was in charge of the hot tub speed dating exercise, he gathers everyone who participated and he's like, okay, so everyone rated each other and I'm going to go over the lowest 4 scores. And we learn that the bottom 4 are Chantel, Nikki, Normie, Tim, and Jennifer. And she shook. As soon as he said Jennifer, she was like, Jennifer, me? And he's like, yeah, you. And she's like, what?
And Jennifer.
Oh, me?
That was so satisfying. We learned that Rob gave every single one of his dates the same exact number because according to him, every date felt like the same. Elise kind of feels like she's being mugged off because last night they were all steaming, making out, and then he texted her all night. So she's going to confront him about it. And I'm thinking, yes, confront him and make him feel uncomfortable.
Rob messed with the wrong woman.
At the bar, Courtney's between Cole and Usman. Cole walks towards Lexi. They do a shot together and he feels like it's awkward. And then he says, you know what? I feel better talking to women online. I don't like talking to women in person. Cole, Courtney, Tiffany, and Usman talk about Chantel's hatred for Usman and how she kept calling him a scammer. And Usman is still pissed off about that. He wants an apology from her. He doesn't know what to do because she's a woman, so he can't just go like punch her. You know, if she were a man, he'd just punch her. And I'm going, why the freak would he say that?
She's a woman. I cannot punch her. So why are you even pushing that?
Punch her.
Jennifer likes Cole and Rob the most. They're both cute, but in different ways. And she describes it as like different flavors of ice cream. And she's going to have to decide which one she wants to taste. Jen talks to Cole about her 7-year-old daughter, and because she's a mother, it's really important to factor that in when she's choosing a man.
Cole seems to not freak out about the fact that I am a single mother. I may be able to build a relationship with him.
Okay, so that's why you're looking for a future stepdad for your daughter at Mexico Bang Vacation? Elise finally confronts Rob. Why did you rate me a 3 when we were making out all night and you were on the phone with me all night? You even asked me to come over to your room so you can fork me up my booty hole. And he's like, no, I didn't. I never said that. Pull out the receipts. Pull them out. And she whips out her phone and she shows some of the guys, see, he called me then, he FaceTimed me then, and then we talked for an hour and a half.
Incoming call for an hour and 20 minutes.
Wow.
Chantel's like, Rob, she's upset because you didn't sleep with her. She wanted you to sleep with her. And Rob goes, she's crazy. If that's what she wanted, well, she shot herself in the foot. And Tim's like, yeah, man, I wasn't envious of you when that was happening.
I was not envious of you during that, bro.
Elise is fed up, so she leaves the bar and she goes to bed. Colty decides he wants to stir some shit up. Now that Elise went to bed, he wants some drama. So he goes up to Chantel and says, Usman said if you were a man, he'd punch you. Well, that's not gonna happen because I take Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So she walks up to Usman at the bar. You told people you want to punch me if I were a man? And he's like, yeah, I said that, but you're a woman, so I'm not gonna punch you. Why would you say that? Because you accused me of being a scammer. Okay, Usman, but where is the lie? I protect my friends. And then she pulls up her hair behind her face and she tells him, if you want to punch me, go ahead. You want to punch me? Let's go. You want to fight? Let's go. And he's like, no, please go away.
Do you want to fight me?
No.
He's not, come on.
And then she leaves. She's very upset, understandably. If somebody said they wanted to punch me in the face, if a grown man said that, I'd be pissed. I'd be upset, and I'd be scared. Courtney tells Usman to make up with Chantel because he's just killing the vibe. Oh my God, Usman, you're ruining the vibe. Like, just make up with Chantel, okay? If you don't make up with her, it's gonna ruin the rest of the trip, so please. And he's like, well, I don't want you guys to think that I'm a scammer because I'm not. It's not true. And Tiffany, sweet Tiffany, she goes, we don't think that about you.
We don't think that about you, so.
Yeah.
Really? If it quacks like a duck and if the shoe fits. Bro married BGL, Baby Goblin Lisa. Remember her? He married her. And then when she got banned after calling him the N-word at the tell-all, which, by the way, never aired, then he targeted Kimbali. Okay? The people on the show, it's not for him. This is not his demo. He needs to go on the Golden Bachelorette. Or Later Daters. That's more of his demo. Courtney's like, you're being such a negative Nancy, a Debbie Downer, a sour Sally. Now she's interested in Usman, but he's also fighting with her best friend Chantel, and she kind of feels stuck in the middle, and she does not like it. Cole walks Jennifer to her room, and he's a pilot.
Cole is the hottest pilot I've ever seen, and he's already like locked in on Jen.
Damn, he's hot and a pilot? He must get so much poon. Poon all day. A poon here and a poon there. Here a poon, there a poon, everywhere a poon. All day, all night. Anyway, they say goodnight, but she leaned in for a hug, and I think he was going to go for a kiss.
Oh, good night.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I couldn't tell. It happened so fast. Let's watch it in slow-mo.
Thank you. Oh, good night.
Yeah, of course.
What do you guys think? Did he go in for the kiss? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comments. Back at the bar, Courtney, Colty, and Usman are left. And Colty goes, so what should we do now? And Courtney's like, I want to eat. I'm so hungry. Oh my God, she's literally me. Usman goes, well, I'm going to go straight to bed. I'm tired. Courtney, are you coming? Damn, that was so freaking forward. Courtney's wide-eyed. Colty cuts in and he's like, what are you trying to imply? Damn, Colty. Yeah, you go get your girl. He just wants an opportunity to get to know Courtney, and Usman's trying to take her away.
If he's trying to take her away and keep her all to herself, good luck, Usman.
Okay, Colty. Okay, I see you. You go get your girl. Usman's starting to realize that Colty might be into Courtney too.
I feel threatening from Colt, but I start to think, like, what's going on here?
Carlo walks Tiffany to her room and he kisses her on the cheek and they hug and woo! Sparks are flying. Then we see everyone doing their nighttime routine, including Colty doing his naked. The next morning, Usman takes Courtney to breakfast. He's feeling a little insecure now that he has some competition. He thought he could keep her on the back burner, but now that Colty's interested, he's got to hold on to her. He tries to explain why he was so frustrated about the whole Chantel situation last night and how he was so sad that she wasn't really taking his side and he cares about her and he's wondering how she feels about him. Wink, wink.
I would like to know if what I think is what it is.
She hesitates. Let's just see where things go. He's not satisfied with that answer. So he asks, all right, well, how do you feel about the guys here? Well, I don't have any romantic connections with anyone here. No guys have taken me out on a date. I'm just getting to know everyone I don't know yet. Oh, okay. So what are we then? Oh my God, Usman, are you trying to DTR right now? What's that? What's DTR? Define the relationship. Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. So what are we? Well, what do you think? I think you're the most beautiful woman here. Oh my goodness, I am blinded by your beauty. Everybody else beneath you. Oh, you're so sweet. And then he looks at her and he says, "Can I kiss you?"
You are more beautiful than anyone, yeah.
You're sweet.
Okay, on that note, can I kiss you?
What? Time and place. Oh my God, he's got no game at all. She rolls her eyes and she's like, you haven't even taken me out on a date. Well, I think a kiss will show you how much I like you. So, can I kiss you? Okay, on my cheek. So he's like, okay, let me kiss you on your cheek. So he kisses her. Mwah. I freaking love Courtney because she says in her confessional that Usman did not deserve a kiss. Like, he didn't do anything to deserve an actual kiss. He's done nothing romantic. He's shown her nothing. All he's been doing is yap, 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 talking, and talk is cheap.
He needs to do more than just talk. Talk is cheap.
Period, Courtney. Period. Oh, applause. Applause for Courtney. I love this girl. You go, girl. She quickly changes the subject by talking about another couple, Jen, Colt, and Rob. And she's like, what do you think about Jen and Rob? Well, they had something going on like Jen and Colt too. And Usman, oh, he loves to stir the pot. He's like, oh, well, speaking of Jen, I can't stop thinking about what she told me the other day at breakfast. And Courtney's like, oh my God, tell me right now. Tell me right now. I'm not supposed to say anything. Oh my God, Usman, you better tell me right now. Tell me right now, Usman. Okay, fine, but don't tell anyone, okay? Okay, I promise. Now tell me. So he tells her that Jen said Tim paid for a male stripper to dance on her and that turned him on. And Courtney is loving the tea. Meanwhile, Colty is in his room reading a book on etiquette that was written in the 1800s. Back at the bar, Courtney teaches Usman what a cuckold is and that Tim might be one. And he's like, please, you need to keep this a secret, okay? I wasn't supposed to say anything. And she's like, okay. But she can't wait to tell people this, especially Tim. She's actually going to go directly to Tim right after she talks to Usman to tell him the tea about himself.
I want to know if this rumor is true, so I'm going to go directly to the source.
Rob then joins the bar. He's kind of in a sour mood, so Courtney starts fluffing their auras, and Rob's like, I don't know if I would really talk about fluffers. Apparently, fluffer is a thing. I had to Google it. I've never heard that term before. But yeah, of course, you know Rob. So Rob starts talking about Elise. He's very worried about what she's saying about him, and he wants to stay away from her and all her craziness. Well, speak of the devil, guess who walks up to the bar in her little hot pink bikini?
Elise. Dun dun dun.
And the episode ends. In the next episode, I think Colty asks May out on a date, and then the cast goes to a bar, Gitano, which I've been there. Amazing drinks, amazing music. The vibes are immaculate. Oh my God, this is making me want to go back to Tulum. I've been there 3 times. The first 2 times were incredible and just amazing. And then the 3rd time I went was pretty bad, okay? 3 out of the 4 days, it was like a hurricane. I literally thought our hut was going to fly away and we were going to drown. So I couldn't sleep all 3 nights. And the prices have gone up. It is insane, but I want to go. Should we do a trip? Like get a little thoughties together and go to Tulum? Then we see Courtney tell Tim about what she heard and he confronts Jennifer. He's really pissed off and then she's really pissed off and they get into a fight. Yikes. Well, that's it for the recap. How did you like this episode? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!
It's a recap. It's a recap.